Hi everyone, Rick this side. Today's topic will be comparing ancient education system compared to today's education system. My sister is with me, Miss Moumita Chakraborty. Hi.
Hi everybody, hope you are keeping well physically as well as mentally. Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's begin.
We'll begin. So my first question will be what is the difference you find in today's education system when compared to the previous ancient education system?
Okay, so namaste everyone. Hope you all are keeping well physically as well as mentally. So the question is very important and it will always be relevant. It was always relevant that education is the backbone of every society. So the question Rick asked me is about the difference between ancient education system and the current education system. So do you mean about the ancient education system of India?
Yeah, mostly education system was provided during ancient times in India only.
Okay.
It was not available in other countries according to
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, to start with, it feels very funny for me to even compare the two education systems because ancient education system can nowhere be compared to the current generation's education system. I know that it will take hundreds of years to make changes, and I do not think so that it will be possible because the colonial rule has put its impact so deep inside the ground that it is becoming almost impossible for us or any other civilization or country to make the changes. For example, if I start with the calendar, it's January 2024. This is actually not our calendar. Our calendar's new year will start around April where we celebrate Sankranti, which is the harvesting season, and we celebrate it in the entire part of our country. Some call it Bihu, some call it Posh Sankranti, and in different parts of the countries, in different states of India, we celebrate it in a different way. So coming to your question, comparing or the differences between education of today and ancient Indian education. Basically, ancient education as per me was much more developed and much more advanced and child centric or the student centric.
They were given more importance.
Yes.
Rather than other people. In the education system, yeah.
Absolutely. These days we have courses, we have the same sort of subjects, we have the same sort of syllabus, we have the same way of learning, the same lower nursery or kindergarten, and then LPs and MEs, and then high school, and then you go to higher secondary, then you graduate, then you postgraduate, and this is going on in the entire world. I do not know why. Probably it's the global impact of colonization, or
they have lost interest, I think.
Probably it has, as I said, it has become too tough for us to make the changes, and slowly it will happen or not happen, I do not know. But ancient Indian education system was so developed that it existed from the days of Ramayana and Mahabharata, which are at least 5 to 10,000 years old. We get references from these epics called Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vedas, Upanishads. Maybe people call it, what do they call it?
What is it?
Mythology. But I believe this is not mythology, this is history, because so many things cannot be just imagined and wrote over from years and years. And yeah, even if I agree to some things being exaggerated, yeah, things are being exaggerated for many things. Even if I talk something on a social media these days, these things are also being exaggerated. So yeah, there are different kinds of people. We can't expect everything to be 100% true.
Maybe it looks exaggerated because it was like really advanced, like compared to now, like today's time.
Yeah, it was
so it looks exaggerated.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, we have references of aerospace engineering. The Ravana had a Vimana, which is now called a spacecraft. And we have just reached the position where we are building aeroplanes where people travel, and we have created space missions, and the satellites are going to the space, and that is also being done by India only, by the way. But till now humans have not gone. But if I take references from age old like epics or our history books like Ramayana, we saw that Ravana had a spacecraft which had the ability to go even to the hell, which is known as Yamlok. The Western culture calls it hell, and in Islam region it is called as Jahannam. Right. So ultimately, any religion, be it Christianity, be it Islam, the major religions I'm saying, or any religion, Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism is actually not a religion, but it's a way of life. However, even if you call it a religion, Sanatani Dharma, or any religion, we at least believe in two things, that is heaven and hell. In case if those are non-existent, the world would not believe it. Okay. Exactly. So if I talk about these things, when these things were written, people were not so stupid they'll just come out. How about Navagraha? Navagraha is mentioned even in Ramayana, even in Mahabharata, and even we used to know now Pluto is out of the 9 planets, but Navagraha is actually the 9 planets. How did those saints knew, like without any amenities like telescopes or scientific mechanisms, that there are planets, there are stars, there are nakshatras, and with the help of that astrology was discovered. We had Vedic maths, which is much more advanced than the current generation's math, because through that you can actually count the address your life cycle span, or there are a lot of even when Chandrayaan 3 was launched, puja was being done at the Tirupati temple. Why would the scientists do that if they believed that okay, these are not correct?
Both are interconnected.
And ancient Gurukul system was much more advanced in another way also, because they focused majorly on the child and their hidden talent. Because these days each child is given the same subject, same topic, and same school, same education, which I do not think is relevant to anybody, because the thing is, every child is born different, every human being is born different, and we never know that the child even wants to get that particular education or not. Maybe that particular child is good at singing. What will he or she do by learning the education? But that has become important, because in case if you do not have a degree or a certificate with you, you will not get a job. For example, I talk a lot about mental health, but I can't become a psychologist because I do not have a certificate.
Certificates are more important than actual talent.
And the people who have the certificate, I may be harsh to the ears, but the thing is, they are charging money out of it rather than being kind. And I can't do that because I do not have a certificate. I do not find any sense to it because of this current generation. However, Gurukul system provided this empowerment to both the genders. There were sadhvis, there were female gurus. Actually, they what was her name? Rishika Gargi. They were actually known as Rishikas, who was actually the guru of Mata Sita. Now on 22nd January, our Ayodhya temple is being inaugurated, and I am so like happy and glad that our government and our country has done that. To take the references of Mata Sita, she also had the knowledge of the Vedas and the Upanishads, and she took the education from her Rishika Mata Gargi, who was well versed with all kinds of social, economical, political things which existed in those days. So it was about 7,000 years back when the Ramayana is actually said to be existed. Because Lord Rama went to take back Sita from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also exists there. Now it is termed as Adam's Bridge by some person who came to India during the colonization. However, we have those epics written some thousands of years back.
No, it was written before his birth only, Rama's birth.
Yeah.
Ramayana.
Yes, exactly. Valmiki.
We were that much advanced.
It was that much advanced. Through astrology only it was done, right?
Yeah.
So it was also maths.
That is science.
That is also science.
Also mathematics.
Okay, and it was already said that Ram Setu was built. It was man-made. It is also science.
Yeah.
Ravana had spacecraft. It is also science, and we have so many proofs to show it to the people. But still, they will say, no, this is just handcrafted with chisels and hammers. Just tell me. I will just give you examples of beautiful ancient architecture like Hosaleshwara temple, Chennakeshava temple in Belur, and in Hampi, the World Heritage Site, the Kamakhya temple in Assam. If they are built with chisel and hammers, how can they be so intriguing and there can be such minute crafting? Okay, most of them are destroyed by various invaders who have looted India, and most of the things are in British Museum only, and they call it their own property.
Their own museum.
Just like if they take me and if I go to their place, I will become their
citizen.
Their property, not their citizen. I'll become their property. Yeah. They can do whatever they want to do with me. But I am patriot is another word. I do not know from where it came. I do not have much knowledge, but we call our country motherland. So in that case, I don't know if I am correct, but I call myself a matriot because I am a follower of Bharat Mata. And because India has always supported and believed in women empowerment, we praise and worship the mother goddess Ma Parvati, or the Shakti, or the Adipara Shakti. Adipara Shakti is the major source, divine source from which the three other Shaktis came up, which is Mata Parvati, Ma Saraswati, and Ma Lakshmi. Again, we have scientific evidences or educational references from it, because three things are very important for us. One is health, one is wealth, one is knowledge. Health or Shakti. Shakti itself means power or health. That is Ma Parvati. Wealth is Mata Lakshmi. Saraswati is knowledge or wisdom. Without these things, the world is nothing.
Yeah.
So how can we even compare the Western education system to our education system, which was so relevant? And I don't know, I just really wish to bring back that Gurukul system where each student, if we go to the ages of Mahabharata and we see that when the Pandavas and Kauravas were sent to pursue their education under Guru Dronacharya. So those days, the first thing which used to be done to the student was to check which student is good at what.
Their hidden talent. What is their hidden talent?
What is their hidden talent? Okay, for example, you will be given a certain set of works. Okay, you will be asked a certain set of questions. So by analyzing those, which psychologists do these days, they will ask you different kinds of questions to find out what is your mental health issue or your physical health problem, right? The doctors ask you a different set of questions. The same thing was done during the education system those days, and they used to ask you a certain set of questions. Okay, what do you like? What is your ability? What would you like to become in future? In that way, when we saw Duryodhan was a master combator, right? He was not good at archery, but he was good in what do I call it? Weightlifting. Sorry, Gada Yudh, which is wrestling, kind of wrestling of these days. And Yudhishthira was good in politics, which is political science now. And Arjuna was good at archery, and Nakul and Sahadev were good in medicine, and the other was good in astrology. So each student was given different kind of education based on their talents, and that's why they became a master of those things.
If they had if they were made to do other things other than what they were perfect in, they never would have been able to master those things.
Absolutely. For example, you were good in cricket, right? But as per the current generation, you have to go to school.
I have to do other things,
and more than concentrating on what you love doing, you were compelled to leave your cricket in between and pursue education, because you were on 9th and 10th standard, because you have to get a good grades in 10th so that you can get admission in good college. I do not find any logic in that. In case if I become a parent someday, I'm never going to do that with my child. This is exactly being done by Elon Musk. You will see even by Sadhguru, he has never forced his daughter to study in the same education system, because the more knowledgeable people you will see in this world, even if a Western person, Elon Musk, Indian Guru, Sadhguru, you will find the most intellectual people to follow the age-old Gurukul system, only because that is where you get the most out of every individual. For example, I loved singing. Now I don't sing. And probably that is one of the reasons sometimes I go into depression. I love speaking. But the thing is, it was never, it never came out because lack of opportunities, or I did not have that kind of guru who will bring that thing out of me.
Someone should inspire you.
Absolutely. I wrote a note about my most favorite guru, Biman Datta sir, only because he was the first person who held my hand. He was actually a professor of our parents. Like my mother used to study in the same college where I studied in Assam. Right, so he was their college professors. I asked the same question to Mama. You remember that day, Mama? That Ma, why didn't you ask sir the same question when you were a student? She was like, no, I didn't know that sir had so much of knowledge, because the teachers were also hesitant, and probably
they didn't find someone whom they can feel that they should teach the thing. Maybe.
Absolutely. But when sir grew old, the time when we were in higher secondary, 11th or 12th grades, sir was 70 plus that time only, and he was the actual guru. What he used to do, he was the principal of that particular college. Just imagine, I've never seen principals like that in today's world. Even I do not understand when some person in today's world has got a particular degree or has hold a particular position, they think that, okay, I am somebody. Yes, you are somebody in respect to what you are doing. You are responsible to your higher authorities, and then you have to be sometimes little strict to your juniors. But that doesn't mean that you have any personal connection or you are trying to show off your position. If you are doing that, you are absolutely wrong, right? So Biman Datta sir, whenever I take his example, also Shruti ma'am, beautiful teachers with beautiful hearts. Biman Datta sir used to, like during our break time, he used to come play chess with us. We had different indoor games, we had different outdoor games. We had less students, It was a women's college. He used to come. He used to ask us different questions. Do you like art? Do you like singing? You stand up. You do. What do you like? Why would a principal do that? Sometimes he used to tell our teachers that, okay, today I wish to take classes of the students. You can take rest. He saw, probably he noticed each and everything, not only about the students but also the teachers. He used to say, okay, you go and take rest, sir, I'll take the class. Why would any principal do that? He's getting his salary.
Exactly.
He's already performing his duties. And then sir used to come. I told sir, sir, I do not know how to play chess. He's like, I will teach you, you come and sit. I'm like, no sir, I do not know. And he will just tell us, okay, it increases your memory power. He'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
Where do you find this kind of gurus these days? Submit your assignment. In case if you are not paying your fees, you are going out of this. Even some senior teachers or educationists harass or what do I call it? Embarrass the junior teachers. In fact, in front of the students. Have some respect, sir or madam. Why I'm bringing out this topic is because we are becoming so money-minded and so cruel that we are forgetting what is humanity, what is respect, what is dignity, and these were the main things which used to be taught, that even if you can't become anything, at least be a good human being.
Good human being.
In our
Being
ancient
a human
education
was
system.
the main thing.
Absolutely.
It's only that money and self-centeredness. That's all.
Okay.
No.
So another thing, if I bring my example and your example, have you ever seen our parents ever forcing us, study this, get this marks?
No. Never.
But we have done well. I am happy, they are happy, you are happy with your marks. Only because, and we have not gone in the wrong way. I can say this boldly in front of the entire world, that both of us have never done anything wrong which can put our parents into shame. Only because our parents were always liberal, always given trusted us and said that, okay, we trust you and we know that you will not go into the wrong path, do whatever you want. Yes, sometimes they stopped us from playing sports or doing music, because the thing is, they thought that we have to go in the same way where the world is leading to.
They can't take exceptional decisions every time.
Yes.
Everyone makes mistake.
Because we come from a very middle class background and we have done
like very rich people.
Yes.
That they can do anything, they will get certificate at the end.
Yes. For example, if I give the example of Elon Musk here as a parent and our parents as parents, we can never compare both of them, because he could open his own school for his children. However education he wants to give, our parents can't do that. And he ultimately, our father has to think that, okay, both my children have to become something so that they can earn their livelihood when we are not there.
They can be independent at some point of time.
Yes, but the most important thing is, neither my mother nor my father nor my parents mother-in-law and father-in-law have ever stopped themselves from pursuing their own dreams. Like if I talk about my grandmother, Ammu and Dadu, they have never stopped my mother from working.
No.
That existed in our family from decades, from generations, I would say. We do not in our family we do not have the system of dowry. Our dadu, my grandfather, never took dowry from my grandmother's side. My father never took dowry from my mother's side. These are also kind of educations which they are passing to their future generations. And our papa, our babi, our mama have never forced us that, okay, you do not want to do that, don't do that. See, my father always wanted me to become a government servant, right? Same like how Subhash Chandra Bose's father wanted him to be the IAS officer. He cleared also the civil services ICS exams and he ranked 4th. I also appeared in some of the exams and I cleared some of the prelims also, but I have never gone for the mains. because I never wanted to do that. And after a certain period of time, my Babi was like, okay, fine. You want to pursue your dreams? What do you want to do? I want to become an entrepreneur. I was working in government, public sector undertakings, okay? And I left them. Babi was worried, but still, he was the one who held my hand, and he took me to Assam to complete the formalities, help me with the documentation process. These are the backbone when you grow older, you realize that it's not the fault of the youth who have become wrong. It's also partially the fault of the parents also, because probably they have not shown that trust in their children, that okay, beta or beti, I trust you, go ahead, I'm with you.
Or they did not give enough time to them.
Probably. I remember playing with Babi and Mammam in my childhood.
They should give time to their parents, especially.
Yes.
In someone's life.
Same goes with the education. Home is the main education.
Yeah.
Why I brought the topic of parents is because you have asked about the education system, and education begins from home.
Home.
Right?
Starts from home.
Mama was the one who taught me the basics of education till 10th standard.
Yeah.
She taught us, and I think as per me, I was fine.
Yeah.
Because for me, the percentage which comes up in the certificate doesn't matter at all.
No.
What matters most is what you have learned from it, and the knowledge you have gained from it, and how you treat people, and how kind you are, and how you are able to help the society.
Yeah.
In the end. And if you are there with your parents, for example, there are IAS officers, IPS officers, there are doctors, there are various people who are working abroad. They have left their parents behind.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them. I will never do that. Maybe I will earn less, but I'm never going to leave my parents back, because I am born from them. And in case if I'm not able to
Give.
I can never give back to what they have given me.
No,
They've given me flesh, blood,
nice,
and
yes.
soul, and soul is given by Paramatma, and the body and the education and the
Guidance
is given. Everything is given by the parents. So I feel education is most importantly a parent's job. Secondly, a guru's job. Guru and teacher are two different things, because teachers of the Western culture have nothing to do except teaching
And
that particular subject, rather than putting in your brain what the practicality of life is.
And write the exam, get good marks.
Absolutely.
And get graduated. That's it.
What we call Guru is Buddha, Lord Buddha. Whom we can call Guru is Biman Datta sir.
Yeah.
I am not comparing Buddha with Biman Datta sir, but he is a godly figure to me, because I wouldn't have met him, I would not have become the person I am today. And also our Gurus are our parents, because every time we need any suggestion, our parents are always there to guide us. They have never left our hand, and the best thing they have taught us is to be honest, is to be always fair, is to keep our character clean, and help people.
Yeah.
I have always seen our parents, like even if they do not have money in their pockets, and they see someone in a more worse condition than we are, they will never hesitate to help them.
They will always
The
help.
same thing have come to us. They have helped so much. They were so honest that every burden is on me about earning and everything. But I'm proud of it that our parents have done this, because I feel for the parents the most important thing they have to do is educate their students.
Yeah.
They educate their kids. They have completed their responsibility by educating me. Now my education as the eldest daughter or son is to help my family, and then in case my parents are doing the same. My father is still working, my mother is still working in their own ways. They are helping us. they have given us our education. They have helped in educating you. Like until you reach the age of 18, they have done their jobs. Now it is our responsibility to take care of them. That is the most important. That is the major thing you need to learn. And if you are able to do that, I think you have achieved everything in life. That's what else do you need? What do you call educated? Education is for becoming a better person. Or maybe for some financial things. If you are satisfied with what you are earning and you are happy from within with your family, I think that is the most important education you can get. Be it from home, because certificates anyhow, who is asking you for certificates? See, for example, I have given a lot of interviews in my before starting my company, right? So they just asked me about my ranks or my divisions which I got in my graduation, post graduation. But did that actually matter? What mattered was the interview which they took. Even in IAS or IPS or UPSC exams, which are the highest level of examinations in this country, what they ask you are the practical questions.
Nothing is
general
like
knowledge
bookish.
is. Yes.
Nothing is bookish.
No, bookish questions are there.
Yeah.
General knowledge is required, maths is required.
That is required.
Those things are required. But
which will come to practical knowledge.
Practical knowledge is the most important thing. That's why we have films made in the name of 12th Fail, who is now the talk of the town, like Shri Manoj Kumar Sharma. Why we are not making films in the names of the other IAS or IPS professionals? Why Manoj Kumar Sharma's story got that attention? Only because his
journey is different from others.
His journey was different from others. You have seen his father was honest, just like our father.
It's like our family.
You inherit the same things from your parents. And he said the same thing in his last round of interview as shown in the movie. I do not know what he answered in actual, but when we saw the movie, it was actually, he said that he failed and he gave honest reply. No matter it was his last attempt, but still he was so strong that okay, his father was honest. Just like I have the strength within me that my mother is honest.
If I can achieve anything, I'll do it honestly.
Yes, and I am proud of how our parents have raised us, and education, home education has played a pivotal role in our case, and education of our gurus like Biman Datto sir, Madhav sir from Don Bosco School, Madhav Gop sir, Shruti ma'am, Poshali ma'am. They have played a pivotal role in my life, and also there are certain other gurus like professional, people I've met. Sushil Datto Mama. He is my mama, like our maternal uncle. I call him Mama. So Mama is a politician, but most of the people tell him that he is such a genuine and honest person that he should not be into politics because for being in politics, it is said that you have to be very smart and cunning. However, he is the complete opposite to that, and I've learned a lot from Mama. Mama is a person who has taught me that even if you are the what do I call it? He was even if you are an MLA, if you are a politician or the chairman of Assam Government Marketing Corporation, even if you are the chairman of the Assam Government Marketing Corporation, always down to earth. He used to treat the peon as well as the managing director equally. My father did the same thing. He never hesitated in speaking the truth in front of the highest position holder or treating the peons or the lower category staff in the equally, and that's what we inherited. And we have also learned many things from our history books like Ramayana and Mahabharata. And I would like to conclude it that our Indian education system or our culture and heritage is much more richer as compared to the any Western culture. I do not know about the world's culture and heritage or education system, because the world is quite big. I'm talking about only the Westernization of the after the colonization and invasions in India. But yeah, we were much more richer in terms of culture, heritage, education, social norms, politics, astrology, science, everything. So
overall development.
So to conclude with, I would say that yes, the difference is huge between the ancient education and current generation's education, and I hope someday we'll be back to our ancient Gurukul system, and I want to be one of the person who is able to start something like that in our country, so that I can bring that mindset back. Thank you.
Very well said. Like, I almost lost into your words actually. Seriously, because listening is like it happens every time. Like whenever I am speaking to my nini, like I get lost into thoughts like while listening to her. Like I keep imagining like what is happening, when she is saying that. So it was really nice talking to you.
Thank you for asking me this kind of questions, because I feel very relaxed after sharing my thoughts and insights with people, and I can keep going, but it's quite late, and I just finished another global international conference which we had now 30 minutes back. So he wanted to ask me this question, so I do not know if I could do justice to the question, but yeah, I shared whatever insights I had to share. And in case if anybody wants me to share the same things in Hindi or Bangla, I'll be happy to share the same. But thank you so much for watching this today, and I really thank my brother and my little one, that I also played a good role in raising you, and I have raised a gentleman, and everybody is proud of him in my family, and I feel so proud that I was there for him. He is so small to me, like I raised him, and I feel so proud that whatever achievements he is doing in life, and he always stays in the background. He never comes up. For example, I have been doing sessions, webinars, conferences, online, offline. I have been doing travel vlogs. I have been speaking. Wherever I am, my brother is always there in the background to protect me, to safeguard me, to suggest me. Every time I do a session, he will be there to make everything right, and I am particularly properly seated. I am well prepared. I can't thank him enough ever. So I run out of words every single time I start talking about Bhai. So in case if I start talking about him, it will be like I may cross years. So it's better we end our session today here. Thank you so much for watching. I would hand over the concluding lines to him.
Yes, like if you have any more questions like you want to ask, so you can comment in the comment section. So like we'll be bringing up such interesting topics in future as well. So until then, thank you.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Bye bye.